Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Kof I'm going to be doing a follow-up study on the previous study on Matthew 27:21 to 29. So I stopped at the point where King Charles is hanging Jeff from 9/11 to 2020 over his messages with demons. When Jeff is sharing his messages over and over and over again around the world, and he is afflicted by Adventist demons because Adventism does not want to believe his messages. King Charles then was the Prince of Wales, but he was a Prince of Wales and Pan, and Queen Elizabeth was a Protestant queen. When she's a Protestant queen, she's the head of the Church of England. Now King Charles is the head of the Church of England, which is the church aspect, and when he was Prince of Wales, he was in the influence and influential in Parliament for Pan, which is the pagan aspect. So when you look at King Charles and you look at Queen Elizabeth, you can already see that there's paganism and there's papalism both working together in one monarchy. But papalism, as the Church of England, is not Catholic, they are Protestants, showing that they're Catholic insects. When they came out of Catholicism by King Henry VIII, and he came out of Catholicism over him wanting to marry another woman. When he was marrying another woman, he didn't want and was not allowed to be king and be divorced to a woman, and he sincerely wanted to marry another woman. I don't know how many women he ended up getting married to, but he wanted to marry another woman, and because of that he went into England, became King of England, and that's how he became a Protestant against Catholicism. And Catholicism does not want a person to be king when they are married the second time. You can't be divorced, get married the second time. So you see now that Adventism is on the chase to kill Jeff. Every single time when he was sharing his messages, they were in opposition to them with their demons, and he didn't know. And every time he would say, "We send a message to Adventism," and he'd send a message and share online. And whenever he was invited, he'd go and share messages to Adventism. When they cut him out at 9/11, and they didn't want him to share 3ABN, which is one of their channels in Adventism, he continued sharing online on YouTube his messages, and still with their demons they followed him to afflict him. And between 9/11 on the 2005, they called him forward for him to come and speak on an interview that I still have on my laptop today, where a pastor from Adventism is asking him about the generations that he's speaking about in Adventism and in our lives. And Jeff explains to him that sometimes, in fact, when the Bible talks about us, when we have to ask for forgiveness, when we have to ask for forgiveness for our sins, our parents' sins, and our grandparents' sins, because we need to ask God to help us with what we do, our parents have done, and our grandparents have done. King Charles in 2023, after his inauguration, he started up on a few messages, and these messages had to do with AI. He first hopped on OpenAI and AI, and I know that to be an idea, and in fact a movement that has to do with everything that's happening in tech right now. He hopped onto AI, and that's one of the ideas, one of the movements, one of the I don't want to say theories, but AI is one of the ideas that I think the pontiff also spoke about this year in the United Nations. So you can see King Charles here taking up a part of something I'm also a part of. In 2021, I went into CS50 in 2020. On the 1st of September of 2020, I started up in CS50 when I got an email from Aegeon when I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And I got an email from Aegeon, and Aegeon gave me this invite to enter into the course, which is an intro to computer science at Harvard, on edX, for me to study CS50, and so I did, and completed it 8 days after New Year's on 2021. When I completed that study or that course, I became a programmer. So in 2023, King Charles is inaugurated, and he takes up AI, which is a part of something that I've studied in CS50. And the pontiff this year, 2024, takes up AI too, which is now, this is something that we all understand as something that is going to be an important part in this history, which is tech, in tech. So tech is going to be an important part in this history. Then King Charles spoke about a digital monarch, a digital king or queen, and maybe that would have been me. If you like history and you like prophecy, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I hope to see you in the next video.